Hello everyone, and welcome to a short little video on how I make my art prints. So here you can see the final piece versus the original, and in all honesty I think I actually prefer the final piece. So let's get into it. So this is a piece that I did a while ago that my patrons voted on to make April's exclusive A4 print. So that's what I'm going to use for an example in this one. I'm taking over my scanner, which is an Epson Perfection V600 photo. It's a really good scanner. Like when I was researching them, it seemed like the one that most people recommended, and I've had like no issues with it. It's gone really well for me. So I'm just opening it up and then giving the bed a little bit of a clean to make sure there's no like dust or debris or anything. And then I'm just gonna plonk down my piece onto it, and I'll do a preview scan first, and then once I'm happy with the preview I will go and do the final scan then. I've done a little bit of screen recording here, very technological. So I just use the standard scanning software that comes with the scanner. So I'm just choosing my preferences for it and then doing the scan. And you can see the little blue light telling me that it's scanning, making its little scanning noises. So once that's done, I'll just take out my sketchbook, close it, and then take it off the desk to make room for my behemoth of a printer. But before we do that, I want to edit the photo. So here I'm just making sure that the scan is like high quality and all that. Then I will go and open up Lightroom, and I'll just do some basic adjustments in Lightroom first of all. So I'll make it the proper size for printing A4, and then I will just like rotate it and crop it to like, you know, get rid of the edges or any kind of like funny bits in there that I didn't want to include. Here you can see me going and changing the colors. I was an idiot here though, and I didn't realize that this was in RGB and not CMYK, so when I go into Photoshop later on I have to change them again. But I also just go and edit some of the like saturation and values and stuff to make it more kind of like lively and bright. Then I go and I open it up into Photoshop, and in Photoshop the main thing I do is use the spot healing brush tool I use to just get rid of any sort of like bits that I'm not 100% happy with. Like the paper I used here was quite cheap, so there was a lot of pilling and that showed up in the scan, so I just wanted to like remove all that and everything. And then you can see me going back in here and adjusting the colours once I realised that I had it in the wrong colour profile, so I just had to go back and adjust the colours again. I am not a pro at Photoshop or Lightroom. I'm just doing the basics of what I learned how to do, so I don't know if it's good. Now it's time for printing. So the printer I use is the Canon Image Prograph Pro 300, and I use the Photopaper Pro Premium Matte. It's 210 GSM in A4 to print. Then for the printing software I use the Canon Professional Print and Layout. This is something I really struggled with when I was trying to just print with the basic software, and it like wouldn't give me even borders and everything. This software, I figured out so much stuff once I downloaded it. So I just adjust my borders to the size I want, and then I get started printing. It's a good printer, I have no issues with it, only that the ink is super expensive. So that is the finished print coming out there. I think they're really high quality. From people who've received them, they only have good things to say. This is the original you're looking at, and then here you can see the printed version with all the pilling gone and the colours adjusted all nicely. So I hope you found this useful. Let me know if you have any additional comments in the questions and I can try and help out and answer. But yeah, thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.